these guys have now known you for a couple of years.
Yep.
You guys are on the same page.
Yep.
How do you carry that over to Friday nights to earn more wins, to put up more points, and to play a better brand?
Absolutely, yeah. This group, I've had them since they were sophomores. This group is seniors, and this is a group that's really fun to coach because they show up every day and they work, right? And you know what you're getting from them. They're incredibly consistent, which is not always a term I would associate with 17-year-olds. But with this group of seniors, it is. I would absolutely tell you they are a consistent group. And from my standpoint, that's a heck of a lot of fun because you know what you're going to get day in and day out, and you can build one day at a time, slowly over the course of the summer, to be ready to go when August gets here. And then from there, you know, we had a lot of young kids play a lot of football a year ago, a lot of freshmen and sophomores that played a lot. And so seeing them come back as sophomores and juniors now, and they're developed, they're a year older, a year stronger, all those things, we're pretty excited for what this season is going to look like.
Who are some of the guys that are going to step into larger roles? You mentioned building this program.
Yeah.
Who are some of those guys that have gotten that experience you mentioned that are going to be taking bigger roles this year?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would start with Jake Worsler. He's a senior linebacker for us. He's a 2-year starter, but really is going to be relied on in a leadership role a lot more this year, right? He's kind of got to be that vocal leader in the middle of the defense. He's had guys ahead of him the last 2 years that kind of did that part for him. So from the leadership standpoint, I would say him. And then on the offensive side of the ball, Noah Dove's coming back at running back. He's a sophomore that played a ton last year as a freshman, both at running back and quarterback. And then Joe Brichman coming back at quarterback. He played some at quarterback as well. He's a junior. And so that's a sophomore and a freshman that played a ton a year ago. We're excited to have those guys back.
When you take a look at the NECC, obviously Trubisky won the small division title.
Yeah.
That had been Eastside's for quite some time.
Right.
How hungry is this team to get back to the top of the stack and bring another championship to this Eastside program?
Yeah, we're excited. We're really excited because we know that in our conference you got to show up and play every Friday night. And if you don't, teams like Churubusco are going to just grit and grind their way to a win, and then you got to wait 365 days to get another crack at them, right? And so we're excited, we're ready, but we got a heck of a lot of work to do before we can start worrying about winning things and winning trophies and any of that deal. Right now our focus is just let's get to August 4th and let's get ready, let's get back to work.
Yeah, final question, if there's one X factor when August 4th rolls around that you guys are going to be working on or could be a key to your season, what is that for Eastside?
I would say just the versatility of our offense. You know, with as many young guys as we played, I felt like a year ago we did what we could do, and we did it as well as we could do it. But to kind of see the expansion of that from last year to this year has really opened some things up, and I think makes us a heck of a lot harder to deal with because it's just more stuff, right? And it's easier for our guys because they're all a year older. So I would say that's kind of a big piece for us going into this season.